Hi guys. So I would like to be talking about ADHD and I'm presenting a pictorial illustration. So I'm using pictures to actually explain further. So ADHD is like the simplest way of saying it, like having enough neurotransmitters, to make you feel good, feel motivated, you're not energized enough. Mostly attributed to the fact that most people with ADHD forget to eat. So they don't get enough neurotransmitters at the end of the day or enough nutrients to actually keep them up, and sometimes when they are overstressed it can make them feel so lazy easily, depressed easily, or feel anxieties and sometimes panic disorder. Sometimes they could actually have things like they forget things very easily, and sometimes when they eventually have enough neurotransmitters you get to see them not lazy but now with so much energy, hyperactivities, because of the provision of these neurotransmitters present, just because they are now taking some food that will produce that to their body. So the on and off cycle, like forgetting to eat, it changes this mood, giving them something like a bipolar feeling or so. You understand? So, and mostly these neurotransmitters that work with them are things like adrenaline, dopamine, serotonin also. So, but I think the better way to do this is by getting enough sunlight, enjoy music, meditating, getting enough sleep, getting to be around people who love you, getting to play, be more fun, paint, do other things like having a cool bath, you know, it helps a long way, They are like that kind of people whereby they get to like to say something little but say it in a very, very, very damn good way, or get to like interweave things together, knowing a lot of things at once. Well, they are fun to be people, and I think everybody can feel the ADHD aspect. So the more you get like it, you might not feel it, but most times when you don't eat or have enough sugar to produce new energy, neurotransmitters, you might eventually feel this other side of that is ADHD, or getting unmotivated. Sometimes just wake up. Maybe you didn't have enough last night. You just wake up feeling tired, feeling down, and all that. So the more you can eat and then get enough neurotransmitters, you start to feel good again, feel energized, jumping. It happens mostly within children, but people that tend to now get used to this feeling of forgetting to eat, not having enough um happy mechanism in them, they get to like forget things very, very easily. So those are one of those traits. And people that have autism, um um Tourette syndrome, and some neurodivergent individuals get to face ADHD more. It's like an accompanying trait for them due to the fact that they naturally forget to eat. And yeah, some ADHD people get to lie a lot because they don't like to explain themselves, or they just believe that you will never understand. You might not be understanding, or they don't want you to see that real them, or they don't want you calling them lazy or that, or so on. So people with ADHD get to struggle, but most people, the society don't really know much about this, and it can really affect a person with no ADHD because they can easily get stressed due to the fact that they lack this happy mechanism, at least to the point whereby they will be energized enough. They get to like get stressed easily, things can easily traumatize them. So these are little things that you really need to know about ADHD. But I can assure you that a lot of people that I've seen with ADHD get to like to take coffee, caffeine, energy drink just to be able to get that energized, get that happy mechanism and all that. But to me, I don't really like it because I think the more you get those things, the more eventually you go back to being depressed when the effect of those things that you've taken has weared off. So I think the best way is to go natural, like, or to get to just eat normal food that don't have too much sugar in them, too much caffeine, not too much energy giving food, so that it's become moderate and act a little bit natural. Because the higher energized people with ADHD get, the more they will feel when that energy weighs up, the more tired, the more stressed, the more anxiety and depressed that will feel. And sometimes they do have seizures too, but it's not really common. Yeah, they do have seizures too, but not really common like that. Not everybody with ADHD will have seizures. So they get to be sensitive to some dangerous food too. Yeah, yes, you need to watch out of for that. It's not all food that can be consumed by people like that. So I actually checked the difference between, like, say, or similarity between ADHD and OCD. So this OCD circle, there's a little bit corresponding traits between them. OCD, like anxiety and distress, compulsiveness, obsessions, and all that. Sometimes they can even steam if they are overstimulated. They get to steam depending on what they might have consumed that stimulated their nervous system. So, but not all people with ADHD get to steam though, or ACD get to steam, but majority, as much as they have enough app mechanism, neurotransmitters, or they are energized, or they've actually overstimulated their nerves, things like that will occur.